All right, first thing we gonna do is we gonna keep this thing all the way gangster, man. It's Don V757 1/4 VT4L podcast. I am a Virginia Tech football fan. I am a avid. I was an avid NCAA football franchise mode player. I go all the way back to the PS2 days. I go back to the PS2 days, man. I go back to the golden era NCAA. I've done 60-year rebuild. I mean 60-year dynasties, all of that. Complete like NCAA fan for real. Like I'm a college football fan too, so go Hokies and all that. Like I said, I'm 1/4 for VT4L podcast, the best Virginia Tech podcast on all of the lands. I'll make sure to drop a link so y'all can tap in. I drop a link to my I also drop a link to my X account, my Twitter account, all that Don V757 _ follow me. Um but let's get into this. Let's get into this because I don't wanna hold y'all. I ain't even gonna bore y'all with the like, comment, subscribe shit because real ones know, bro. Y'all know. And this ain't no gaming channel or nothing like that. YouTube don't pay me. EA Sports don't pay me. I ain't looking to get monetized. I ain't looking to monetize this video and all that. So I ain't concerned about the dumb shit. I just want to get this out for the people. This for the culture right here. So we ain't worried about none of the algorithms and none of that dumb shit. If you fuck with it, fuck with it. If you don't, you don't. I ain't got time to try to convince y'all motherfuckers, man. So let's get into dynasty mode, bro. I ain't about to bore y'all again with the shit y'all already know. Y'all read the blogs, man. If you hear you a EA college football fan, or a hopeful, or you an NCAA fan coming back to the series, whatever the case may be. So I ain't gonna bore y'all with what y'all know. This is what we don't know. These are the things that need to be in dynasty mode to make the game rich, fulfilling, and it's gonna keep you playing the game long after July 15th, July 19th, whenever you get access to the game. I wanna make this game last the entire year. if it's good, I'll be on this game maybe even next year. Who knows? NCAA 26. I mean EA college football 26 might be some shit. I might want to stick on this one, if it's good enough. So number one, we do know that Team Build is coming back. I don't gotta bore y'all with that. Y'all know Team Build is coming back. But I would like more customization on the Team Builder. I definitely need more customization on Team Builder. I don't need to build my own stadium. I don't really need to build my own stadium. But as far as I need a little bit more uniform options. Give me 3 helmet options. Give me 3 helmet options. Give me 4 home jersey slots. I don't even need a bunch of away jersey slots. Give me 4 jersey slots for home. 3 helmets. Maybe if I could pick a brand affiliation, I think that's doable, possible. The brand affiliation thing is not a deal breaker. None of this team builder shit is a deal breaker. It's coming back. If it comes back exactly like the old team builder, I'll take it. But give me some more customization. Let me get some more customization. That's one. I don't need build a stadium and all that. Even if I can just take whatever, Old Dominion Stadium, or James Madison Stadium and just put my logos and shit in it, whatever. That ain't a big deal breaker for me. But that's number one. Number two, which is this is gonna be huge. This is kind of the whole point of me making this vlog or video, whatever the case may be. Abilities / archetypes. Now, we do know abilities is in the game. We do know that's what's gonna separate the bums from the greats is what they can do on the field. That's what's gonna make or break this game. They said it ain't gonna be no X factors. I do play Madden, and abilities were kind of broken at first. If you play Madden 20, abilities kind of was broken, and they fine tuned it and figured out what was broken and what needed to be toned down and what shit like that. But I want to go deeper to the with the abilities and more so speak on don't I'm talking to EA. Don't have it so at the end of the day or when you start landing these 5-star quarterbacks and these 5-star running backs that the upper echelon all kind of there's like this meta game which I'm probably answering my own shit. But this meta game where you got to have a quarterback that play a certain way or you need these abilities on a wide receiver for it to work, for him to be a dominant receiver. Because if you watch college football on Saturdays, which I do, I watch college football religiously every Saturday. Not just my Hokies. I watch some of every goddamn body. And you'll see dominant wide receiver play all across the country. And you don't just see it happen one way. You don't just see dominant play one way, which, I don't want a meta game to be the only way that a certain player dominates, which means my quarterback needs to have, and I don't got the list of abilities in front of me or whatever, but he needs to have, like in a Madden, dots as an ability. I know that's an X factor, but like set feet lead, a pass lead elite. Like he needs those things, and the other abilities don't mean nothing. Like I gotta have this meta in order to dominate. No, I want to be able to make, recruit an elite option type quarterback and don't need to put those certain passing abilities on my quarterback for him to dominate the game. I hope y'all follow me with that. Like if I have a quarterback that can't run, if I got a pocket quarterback and I don't need to feel like damn, I need to get a mobile quarterback just so I can run around and play this meta style, which is gonna dominate, ultimate team and online and shit. But when we playing dynasty mode, you're not gonna have access to the best if you playing like a real one. We're gonna be rebuilding 1-star schools, bro. Like I wanna know that okay, this is what I got, but I can make that work. And I don't have to just spam zone reads all day because that's the meta. No, fuck all that. Like I wanna be able to have abilities match archetypes and I don't have to try to make dudes fit with the meta. Like, okay, well, eventually I got to get to set feet lead or whatever. And I don't get, like I said, I don't know all the CFB 25 abilities. I don't think EA put out the abilities. I know they put out that chart or whatever, but whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, archetypes, scheme fits, all that shit need to matter. It has to matter. I shouldn't be recruiting a lineman that's a 3-star lineman, right? He don't fit nothing I'm trying to do, but he's a 3-star. He's probably gonna project out to like a 70 overall, so cool. Nah, bro, like he should be a 70 overall, but he can't do nothing for me. I'm running a option offense. He's probably set up for I don't know an air raid offense. That shouldn't matter. He shouldn't be serviceable as an option left tackle. A left tackle in the option, and here we is, and he's set for and he's a scheme fit for air raid. I hope I'm making sense. I want the abilities, the archetypes, and all that to matter, because when you recruiting, you need to say, hey, he's a 70 overall, but this 63 overall fits what I'm trying to do, and he's gonna play better for me, rather than just looking at the numbers and be like, all right, cool, that's good enough. Make the abilities and archetypes mean something. Number 3. I hope I'm sticking. I hope y'all follow me, man. I'm getting deep into this shit, and we ain't talking about gloves and shit. and hoodies and all of that. Don't get me wrong. I like accessories and shit too, but no, we deep into the weeds, bro. Spring, off season, gains and losses, and this was a part of college. The guys at college football revamped. I did play revamped. Um, but they had a tool. They had put a tool into the revamp where spring and the off season, everybody didn't just gain in the off season. Some players regressed. And that is a huge key factor in real life college football and in the NFL, but college football more so. Where just because you got a 5-star player or whatever the case may be, you know how in NCAA 14, when you pretty much knew what you had when you scouted him, he was going to be a 75 overall. So you could pretty much project, all right, if I redshirt him, he going to gain about 4, 5, or 6 points. So he's a redshirt freshman. He going to be an 80. So by his redshirt sophomore season, he's an 84, 85, or 86. Like, you could pretty much you could pretty much do the math in your head. Like, okay, by the time he's a redshirt junior, he's going to be about a 90, 95. Redshirt senior, he's a 99. That's not how college football work, bro. It's people that come into college football, a 5-star, and they get worse every year. They don't get better every year. There's some players in college football that might come in a 2-star walk-on, and by his redshirt sophomore season, he ain't just starting, he's flourishing. Might be one of the best players in the country. That story happens all the time. So they need to have off seasons for certain players, regression and progression, more than just you gain 4 or 5 points every off season. That's not how that thing go. I want certain players to have massive leaps because you see it all the time in college football. If you're a Virginia Tech fan, I might have more Virginia Tech fans view this than any other fan base. But a name that comes to mind as far as recent history is Caleb Farley, who, if you watch Caleb Farley in 2018, that was his red shirt freshman season. He was a wide receiver that came in. He converted to defensive back. He had a rough redshirt freshman season. He'd even say that. He came back that redshirt sophomore season, which was 2019, and he was one of the best defensive backs in the nation and went on to be a first-round pick in the NFL. And I know injuries and all that. His NFL career hasn't really panned out because of all the injuries he suffered. But no, on that, if you watched him in 2018, you would think, man, this kid suck. Why is we even doing this? But in 2019, he was him. I'm talking about ball hawk, all that. Playmaking, one of the best corners in the nation. The numbers to back that up. His NFL draft positioning to even back that up. But in college, if you was to put him in NCAA, in the game, he would have been like, I don't know, like a 65 redshirt freshman and then a 70 sophomore. He's not going to make that super leap in the game. So in EA college football 25, I want to see guys make that leap, those gyms. Like, because every gym, they had gyms in NCAA 14, but you figure that out when you recruited them. Like, oh shit, this kid's a gym. He went up plus 10 overall. Nah. You need to go a plus 10 overall in the offseason sometime, in between your sophomore and junior season, sometimes. Shit like that. So, that offseason gains and offseason losses. Because for every Caleb Farley that went crazy and had massive gains in offseason, there's players that regress or never meet their potential, even though they might have came in as an 80. He might finish his college career as a 75, stuff like that. So, that's number 3. Number 4, composure and awareness. Don't sell me composure and awareness and, at the end of the day, okay, he's a senior. It's some seniors out here that's on the field that don't know what the hell they doing. Let's be real. It's some seniors out there on the field that don't know what the hell they doing. So, just because somebody is senior, that shouldn't mean shit. Honestly, especially if he ain't been... maybe, 3-4 years starter senior. Okay, make his awareness and his composure. But Don't just make composure affect freshmen. Nah, dog. No, no, no. It's some composed freshmen. If y'all watch college football on Saturdays, you'll see some true freshmen out there by week 3. They good money, bro. Even on the road in some tough environments. I done seen some freshmen go out there like, oh, he comfortable in this setting. He ain't really struggling out there. And I done seen some seniors out there. Been in college 7 goddamn years, 6 years. Used the COVID year, injury years, all that. Still out there don't know what the hell going on. So make that don't let that composure rating just be some freshman sophomore shit. And what EA also needs to bring back the discipline rating. I don't know. I might be going back to the PlayStation era, but being that there's no ESPN and there's no NCAA governing this game, bring back the discipline rating. Bring back suspensions. Bring back, bring back academically ineligible. Y'all remember that in the old NCAAs in Dynasty mode in the PS2 era? You could be faced with, do I sit this player for being academically ineligible, or do I play him and risk sanctions and all of that? Bring that back, bro. If you don't want to bring back the sanctions and all of that, at least bring back the discipline rating where lower discipline players on the field commit more penalties. Madden has always tried to implement it, but at the end of the day, they can't do it. They got this like a discipline rating for players. That shit don't mean nothing. It don't. You don't get flags in Madden, but make it mean something in EA College Football 25. Make that discipline rating matter. Like, if you don't want to make it for off the field with the suspensions and all that used to be in the game, make it for on the field. Low composure, low awareness. You out there, you grabbing hold of the jerseys. You out there committing pass interference. You doing late hits, hits after the whistle. Maybe a lower discipline player should commit more targeting penalties. Maybe a lower discipline offensive player do a stupid celebration that costs you 15 yards. Like in the old NCAAs where you could over celebrate and get the penalty. Like, bring that back, bro. That is a part of college football. If you watch college football, I got to keep bringing it back to what you really watch on Saturdays. Because if you watch college football and you see a player do some dumb shit on the field, you like, man, we about to get a flag, bro. That is a huge part of the game. Players doing dumb shit on the field. And last but not least, the wear and tear system. The wear and tear system needs to mean something. The way that it's being marketed, it sounds like it's going to be a great addition. But if they don't go full blown with it, and what I mean by full blown is these injuries, that fatigue and everything has to carry on to next week. Make us, the dynasty players, manage that roster. Make us manage that roster. Make roster management mean something. So if your quarterback got banged up, you got to make that decision that next week. Like, hey, we got to run less option. I got to make it so my quarterback take less hits. I got to get that ball out. And I know during the course of the game that means something, but I need that to matter during the course of the season. I need that to mean something. That's very important for me. Being able to have to go to my second, third string running back, my fourth, fifth string receiver. Because I'm going to do that anyway. That's how I played Dynasty. I'm the person that's online looking for the certain sliders where fatigue is gonna play a role, and I'm gonna try to cut the injuries up. You couldn't cut injuries up in NCAA 14 and everything like that. There wasn't an injury slider. You either cut injuries on or off. And if y'all played NCAA 14 enough, injuries didn't really play that a big role in NCAA 14. Mostly ball carriers got injured. You know what I'm saying? But offensive linemen rarely got injured. You had to probably simulate to get injuries. But if you played every game, your defenders rarely got hurt. Your offensive linemen never got hurt. And The only people that truly used to get injured in NCAA 14 was like ball carriers. Like your quarterback could get hurt, your running backs and receivers and tight ends could get hurt. Everything else was, I ain't gonna say it didn't happen. It was just rare it happened if you were playing the games. So make this wear and tear system really be something like, not even more so the injuries. I mean, injuries are part of the game, but make it so these guys got to manage them rosters, bro. Cause that's so important to that's gonna be so important to keeping your players happy. Is okay, I gotta play this 4-star receiver, but he's not one of my top 4 receivers right now. But maybe him getting reps and playing in games, and I gotta play him, is gonna incentivize playing everybody. It's gonna incentivize playing that defensive end that sorry. But I gotta play him, bro, because my starting defensive end is banged up, and I can't just put him out there all game. Like, make those things like, so wear and tear is in the game, but make it matter throughout the season. I know they say it's gonna be a thing throughout the season, but EA done said a lot of shit, and it don't mean nothing. But that's it for this video. This is not a gaming channel. I'm not gonna become a EA college football blogger overnight. If you fuck with it, fuck with it. I ain't even gonna tell y'all to subscribe to me because I don't post YouTube videos like that no more. But VT4L podcast is me, Trey Turner, my boy Drift, my boy Joe Rogers. I try to post the links below to everybody and everything. Follow me on Twitter at DonV757. If y'all know me, y'all know me. Y'all know I've been around on this YouTube, being on the internet and all that, but I'm not a YouTuber, nothing like that. So that's it. God bless. Can't wait for the game to drop.